Colby Buzzell's memoir of his tour of duty in Iraq, based on his blog, has just won a major accolade. My War, Killing Time in Iraq has won this year's $10,000 Lulu Blooker Prize, awarded to books based on website entries. And author Colby Buzzell joins me now from our bureau in San Francisco. Colby, stop me if this is an unfair question, but why do you think you've won this prize?
I have no idea. I mean, I started the blog. I was there for the second year of the war, and at the time there was only maybe a dozen or so blogs by soldiers posting blogs about the war. I think it was a lot of it had to do with timing. Being one of the early blogs, I think had a lot to do with it.
What was the background in your own mind to this war? Were you in favor of the war, or was it really like, as one hears from many people, it was a matter of staying alive and making sure that your buddies stayed alive too?
Correct. It was more of a matter of staying alive and your buddies staying alive. I mean, I looked at, I didn't really think too much about the politics of it. I more or less went over there. I looked at it as a job and as an adventure. That was my mentality of it.
So your blog, you were really free to write what you could write, what you wanted. So to that extent, you were, for example, much freer than, say, our own colleagues, embedded journalists, right?
Correct. I mean, when I started the blog, I posted anonymously. I didn't post my name. I was really vague with details, and it allowed me total freedom to write whatever I wanted. I didn't have an editor. I didn't have any censors, or the Army didn't even know that I was blogging early on, so I had total freedom to write about what I was seeing.
To what extent did you use that freedom? I mean, were you consciously critical of the way that the war was being conducted, about issues like equipment, or critical of officers? Did you use that freedom?
No. That wasn't a conscious decision. I was more writing for therapeutic reasons. I found it kind of to be a release to come back after a mission and literally minutes afterwards go to the internet cafe and sit in front of a keyboard and write about what I was seeing, experiencing, what was going through my head, and just observations about my experience in Iraq.
What do you think of the Pentagon's move to stop people from writing blogs and even from using social networking websites like MySpace and YouTube?
Well, I think it's going to lower soldier morale a lot. I know one of the highlights of one of the luxuries you have as a soldier over there is the internet. Gives you a sense of normalcy to go online and to these social network websites and look at videos on YouTube. But at the same time, I do understand the Army's concerns for posting videos and too much information on the internet. I mean, they give out a whole bunch of information that could be used to do harm, and if just one soldier gets hurt or wounded, I mean, that's one too many. So I do understand their concerns to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose one should put it another way. It was therapeutic for you. It's obviously helpful for people back home to find out what's in your mind, you know, above and beyond what you're writing in emails. But at the end of the day, it's a hard way to fight a war with essentially constant, instant criticism coming up on the web. So to that extent, do you sympathize with your bosses at the Pentagon?
Not really. I mean, if you look at historically, the government and the military always likes to have control over what information gets released back to the public back home. The Vietnam War was a televised war. It brought a lot of the images back to the living rooms of the people here in the United States, and that swayed a lot of public opinion of the war. And with this war, a lot of it's being posted, a lot of it's citizen journalism by soldiers posting videos and blogs on the internet, and that's information that gets released back to the people back home. And a lot of these soldiers are, you know, there for their second, third, fourth time. A lot of them have lost friends and fellow soldiers. And, you know, a lot of people here don't want us over there, so it's, you know, I think I'm speculating, but that might be one reason why they're pulling the plug on them.